that was exactly what Philadelphia needed. They needed a defensive stand. They needed to get the ball back quickly for their offense. Take a look at Hager on the sideline. Had a good season a year ago. Really sort of sniffed out that screen pass, didn't he? Looked like he had it all the way.
He's made several plays since
sure
he came in for Evans. Now it's up to the Eagle offense to try to get rolling. Good field position. They have a first down at their own 42. Browns lead the game 16-7. Play action pass on first down. It's a screen to Hebron. Made a nice cutback away from his blocking. Now he's one-on-one with the linebacker. Wins that foul, then is knocked out of bounds finally by Eric Turner.
Nick Saban, the defensive coordinator for the Browns, said when you play against the Philadelphia Eagles, if you're going to win the game, you have to be able to adjust all the ad-libs that this team will make. Here, Hebron had a screen in front, nothing there. Bill Johnson shut it off and just simply outran Carl Banks to the corner. Just a great individual play by Hebron.
First down play covered 9 yards in the Browns territory. Hebron twisted down in the backfield. Penetration by Michael Dean Perry.
Boy, is he good. I mean, that guy is just so quick off the ball. His brother, the Fridge, not really that quick a guy, but Michael Dean just explodes off the football. Has the ability to split through the gaps in the offensive line before they can even get a hand on him.
Of the 8 brothers in the family, he said the oldest, Holly, was regarded as the best athlete. Michael Dean, 17 years younger than his oldest brother. Never even saw him play. Cunningham's third down pass is intercepted, picked off by Stams. Frank Stams has it at the 45 of the Eagles. Cunningham picked off for the 9th time this season.
He never saw Frank Stams. Pepper Johnson had the outside part of the coverage, number 52, and then Stams jumped it underneath. Just reading the pass pattern, Cunningham never saw him there.
Stams didn't move a step. He just held his ground, and the ball came right to him.
That's that combination coverage that the Browns like to play. They read the release of the back or the tight end, whoever they may be reading on that play. Obviously, when you play the Eagles, you're going to focus in on Herschel Walker. Pepper Johnson had the outside the release, and then when he broke back inside, Stams was there to make the play.
Turnover goes to the Browns. They'll have it at the Eagle 45.
To come, you'll be able to say that when Aurora was ready to go, so were you. See what happens when you demand better? Aurora by Oldsmobile.
Brace yourself for the action movie that's nothing less than brilliant. The Professional is an absolute knockout. Explosive and thrilling.
I'm dying to need him.
A riveting, nail-biting film. It makes speed look like a slow ride to Grandma's house. From internationally acclaimed action director Luc Besson. The Professional, rated R, at theaters Friday.
I'd like a junior bacon cheeseburger made with fresh beef and 2 full strips of bacon. And I'd like that hot, right off the grill.
Want it hot? Well, make it hot.
Most places don't serve hamburgers hot off the grill. They reheat them. Not Wendy's. We make our 99-cent junior bacon cheeseburger with fresh beef, 2 strips of bacon, and hot off the grill. We think it tastes better. Just 99 cents on our super value menu.
It's everything you'd expect from Wendy's.
Get Dave's new book, Well Done, A Common Guy's Guide to Success. Dave's Profits Benefit Adoption.
Randall Cunningham has thrown the interception here at the Vet, where the Browns lead 16-7. Tom Hammond, Chris Collinsworth, Marianne Grabavoy in this matchup of 7 and 2 teams.
Now the burden falls right back on Philadelphia's defense. They made the defensive stand, forced the punt, but the turnover now has given the Browns great field position. Have to get a play out of that front four. They've been awfully quiet today.
Leroy Horde hit at the line of scrimmage. William Fuller made the play for the Eagles defense, and William Fuller Sr. down in Chesapeake, Virginia, will enjoy hearing about that from his son.
His best friend was his father growing up, but his father was also a diabetic. Got a cut on his leg one time, then got infected. They had to amputate the leg, but William Sr. continued to go to football games, but his health has deteriorated since then. He's lost his eyesight and had a stroke this past offseason. William will tell you that he plays the game for his dad.
Leroy Horde hurdling, knocked out of bounds. Now it's William's mom that serves as the play-by-play announcer when the games are on satellite TV down in Chesapeake, telling William Sr. about it. And William Jr. says he usually calls his dad before game, and the last thing his dad says is, "Go get me a sack."
Yeah, and sort of gives you chills just to think about it. He also donates $500 per sack to the Juvenile Diabetes Fund, so every time he does get a sack, and he's had plenty, 8 so far this season, it goes to help the cause and helps hopefully cure that terrible disease one day.
Now Fuller and the Eagles defense find a hold on 3rd and 4 from the Philadelphia 39-yard line, and Cleveland will take a timeout. That's their second timeout in this third quarter. And while we have a breathing moment here at the Vet, we'll send you to NFL Live in New York, where Greg Gumbel has another update.
All right, Tom, at Cincinnati, the Oilers have lost running back Gary Brown to a leg contusion, so Lorenzo White comes on and goes 17 yards for a score. This is the most points the Oilers have scored all season. They lead the Bengals 24-17 in the third. Tom and Chris, back to you.
All right, Greg, and 16-7 here as Britt Hager talking to Bud Carson, trying to rally that defense. Carson had an interesting theory, I think. He thinks Art Modell gave up on him too soon when Bud was head coach of the Cleveland Browns, but he obviously had thought about it a lot as Modell looks on from the visiting owner's box here at the Vet. And Bud Carson said he thinks for long-time assistant coaches, it takes a while to make the transition to head coach. For one thing, you're afraid to hurt the feelings of the assistants. You had those feelings when you were an assistant, and as a head coach, you're afraid to make those hard decisions. And also, he said he thought Rich Kotite had sort of an adjustment period, but now he thinks he has arrived as a head coach. Third down handoff to Horde, bounces to the outside. He has the first down. Hager drags him down, and now a late flag comes in, 2 of them. As the Browns keep it on the ground with Horde, Hager made the play, but Horde had first down yardage and perhaps got him with a face mask.
And every official on the field saw it.
Personal foul, tackling by the face mask, number 54. 15 yards, first down.
That's the big one.
The 15-yard version.
And it was obvious. There was Leroy Horde was ducking the flags at the end of the play. Britt Hager, about to be beaten around the corner, just grabbed anything he could, and that's a very obvious call, 15-yarder.
I think Leroy Horde has a future as a stand-up comedian. It was great hearing him tell about the new radio transmitters to the quarterback's helmets. He said they're over there holding their ear holes and saying, shut up, everybody. There's no more leadership. They're having trouble getting the play call in. He had us laughing hard at that scenario. So Horde on first down only gets a yard or so, with Fuller and Romanowski making the tackle. Now let's see. He said it's especially rough in visiting stadiums where the noise is great, although the crowd is pretty much taken out of this one with the Browns on top and driving. But there's no chance for Rippon to say, okay, guys, come on now, we got to make this play, because he's always listening to that transmitter in his helmet. Doesn't look like any problem there, right? Well, Leroy Horde has carried on all 4 previous plays in this drive after the interception. This will be a pass. Rippon for the end zone. McCardle can't get there.
Good coverage that time by Eric Allen, who has been such a great player in this league. 4 Pro Bowls so far, but this has not been one of his better years. Seems to have really struggled, as have a few different defensive backs in the league with that 5-yard bump rule. You think of Rod Woodson with the Pittsburgh Steelers not having one of his better years either. The guys that like to get up on that line of scrimmage and play the bump and run, be physical, just simply not allowed to do it this year in the NFL.
Allen, as you see, has had a lot of success against Ripon, who in the second half is only 1 of 6. This one rifled incomplete. That one had some steam on it, intended for Kinchin, but it brings up a 4th down and another apparent field goal attempt.
And Bud Carson's a bit of a devil when you get down inside that red zone. And Mark Ripon knows that he played for so long with Washington, came in and played against the Philadelphia Eagles in their defense. He said, the thing about Bud's coverages is you never know where anybody's going to be. He said, every time I think I have something figured out, then you look down the field and they've changed his safety, changed his corner. Very difficult to get a read on what he's doing.
36 yards on this over attempt. And he has his 4th of the day. The interception turns into 3 more Cleveland points. It's 19-7. Welcome back to the Vets as we start the 4th quarter. First play has already been run. A Leroy Horde run that netted 4 yards. It's 2nd and 6. Biner will throw a pass. Lobs it. Out of bounds. No interception. McMillan went upstairs to catch the ball, but was out of bounds, and that was an awful looking pass from Biner.
Biner will throw a pass, sort of. Or you could sort of see it coming all the way, though, couldn't you? The way he had slowed down on the outside. Andy Harmon gave him a pretty good shot.
Sort of reminiscent of your days as a quarterback.
Oh, boy, mine were never quite that pretty. Mark McMillan did his best to come down with that one. That may be the end of his passing career. And we talked about the great defense of these two teams. In that 3rd quarter, the Eagles had 4 rushes, no yards. Ripon 1 for 10, missing his last 9 passes. Both of these defenses beginning to assert themselves.
And the Eagles defense there guilty of holding, so an automatic first down for the Browns at the 45 of Philadelphia. Biner will not throw this one. He'll keep it on the ground for a yard or so. Mark Ripon, as we said, has lost it completely.
Came out was so hot early in this ball game and has really struggled since. Give some credit to this Eagles defense, though. They're very good against the pass, ranked 4th in the National Football League. One thing, though, they have not been able to get consistent pressure on Ripon today.
Take it to Biner. Ripon running for his life, throws it away. That's legal. He was outside the pocket despite the reaction of the crowd.
New rule change this year. Once you're outside the tackle box, the tight end box, if you will.
Last year,
you're allowed to, last year, you're allowed to just take it and throw it away. Another way to try and protect those quarterbacks, and I'm sure Vinny Testaverde will vote for that.
Testaverde was hearing the phone ring, not this week, but the week before when he had to miss the game against New England, and sent his wife to answer it. It never rang. He was hearing it.
Well, honey, answer that phone. What's the matter with you?
Ripon on target this time. And the catch made by Michael Jackson. That's his first reception in 8 games. It goes for 24 yards and a Browns first down.
Plenty of room for Michael Jackson. Even with a bad hamstring, you're not going to take too many chances with him. That's the thing. When you bring in a player that has the kind of reputation that Michael Jackson has, even if he's not full speed, the defense, when you look across and you see number 81, you can't help but find yourself giving him a little more respect, a little more room. That opened it up underneath that time for Michael Jackson.
And suddenly the Browns are threatening again. Flag down. Horde saw the ball pop loose and right into Mark Carrier's arm.
Another flag on the play. You have to treat these referees for tendinitis after this game.
Number 51 of the defense. 5 yards. It's still first down.
William Thomas called for the offside.
William Thomas, a bit of a quick start. About a step in the backfield as that one was snapped. I think they had to restrap his, resew his number onto his jersey.
Would have been a hold, could it, to rip that number halfway out?
I promise you, that's what he'll collect.
1st and 5 for the Browns. The ball